Hi guys, my name is Anastasia, and today I would like to talk about one very important part of trading that's frequently underestimated and not talked about enough. And also, if we look at solutions and things out there for traders, retail traders, investors, it's all about strategy, it's all about the bots, automatic AI trading. Um, Maybe journals, but nothing much about psychology, which is very insane to me because if you look at the statistics, more than 90% of traders actually lose money, which leads you to thinking, are all the strategies bad? Um, is there like one winning strategy that only 10% knows? Which in most cases, it is not. In most cases, people know the good strategy. They know everything about the market. They know how to read the graph. They know the volume. They know the signals. But when it comes down to actually trading with real money, they lose money. And why is that? Most often, it is the psychology. You might have heard frequently that risk management is a problem. When you set up take profit and stop losses, people usually do follow risk management. The ratio 2 to 1, 1 to 1, some sort of ratio that helps them to understand how much take profits and stop losses they have to take to be profitable. That's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue is to stick to this risk management and to keep your trade until it hits the take profit or a stop loss, and also to set it up in the first place. So, I would like to talk about the psychology today and break down why traders feel that way, why we are losing money, and how to avoid that. So, when we trade, there are four very human emotions that are involved in the trading. It's fear, it's greed, hope, and revenge. These are all very natural human instincts to any dangerous situation in our life, and or especially if it involves money. And it is very natural that we react in a way that we do when the trade happens. When we are in the trade and when we see the movement, it's frequently the body emotion of fear when we see our money go into the minus, or when it goes into the plus, we're feeling like, oh God, I gotta secure it right now, like waiting to the take profit. What if it turns around? We always feel very stressed about it. That's why we either not wait for take profit or let it go until the stop loss, like, or like early. We always cut early when we feel fear. Another emotion is greed, which is just a very natural again feeling for people when it comes to money in any way. And when you feel greed when you trade, that's especially when I would say the gambling emotion comes in, and that's why a lot of people are addicted to trading, addicted to crypto trading, to this very big dopamine hits that you have when you trade. That's when the greed comes in, and the greed feeling can cause a lot of irrational decisions when you trade. For example, again, cutting the take before the take profit, or removing the take profit and letting it be longer, or cutting before it hits the stop loss, cutting or removing the stop loss while it's in minus because you feel like it's going to come around. So you want to earn more, and sometimes also it causes irrational increases in the amount that you trade. Before you learn how to trade well, before you hit this next milestone, you should keep the same position size, because otherwise the whole risk management is just done. It's not going to work out. It's all going to go into minus. If you trade for 1 week in plus with a size of 1, and then you go 2 or 4 within a day because you feel like you're very confident in this trade, and then it's minus. That's what it happens to all of the traders because of this irrational, unnecessary increase of the size of the amount, and it's all driven by greed. Another feeling is hope. When you are trading and then it goes in minus, it's very natural to hope that it goes backwards because you want to earn money. It's our natural instinct to the minus. However, this hope feeling sometimes leads us to irrational decisions like removing the stop loss and waiting until it reverses and goes into our favor. And then when this feeling hops, we are like, okay, this is the only time we're going to remove the stop loss. And when it reverses, we are going to stick to it. We're going to wait for it and it's going to go well. And the next time, I will never make this type of decision again. And what we do, we make the same decision. This is a very natural response of our body, of our mentality to this type of dangerous situation, and especially when it's uncertainty involved. So, hoping is also the feeling that can cause a lot of troubles for traders and cause it to lose a lot of money. And the last is revenge trading. This, I would say, when this is the easiest to understand for a trader. For example, when we are trading based on anger, it's very easy to understand that you're trading on anger, especially afterwards, after the trade. But this is something that happens very fast, very quick, especially after we lose money. And then when you want to get it back, when you want to earn it back very fast, very quick, the same amount, at some point, a lot of people think, okay, never, I don't care about this trading anymore. I'm going to lose all my money or earn like thousands of money, right? So this revenge trading is very dangerous because it is not only causing you to not just hit your stop loss, but like lose a bit more. It causes some time, like frequently margin calls, frequently losing your whole account, um, completely destroying your whole strategy, months of work, just because of this impulse in the moment where you like fuck it all. I'm gonna earn everything and I'm gonna lose everything and who cares? But then you care after this is done. So these four emotions, fear, hope, um, greed, and uh, sorry, fear, hope, greed, and revenge, these four emotions are very important and key things to understand when it comes to psychology of traders because uh, like when we come into the trade, you never know if you're going to feel any of these feelings, right? You always hope for the best, but we can never assume that the trades are going to go all well, right? So that's why there is this risk management. That's why, for example, if your risk ratio is 2 to 1, 75% of the time you might have the stop loss. And then if you have this 25% of the time take profits, you will be profitable. However, why this doesn't work for most traders, why most traders are still losing money is because they don't stick to the strategy and they don't take it cold-hearted in the moment. So what differentiates most amateur traders with professional traders is that it's not some magical strategy. It's not some miraculous AI bot that is going to earn money for you. Why bots are nowadays so famous is just because they remove this emotional aspect of it. Like you don't control what you're doing, so it helps you. However, that's why they're becoming famous, right? But of course, they have a lot of drawbacks because they're all made by humans. There is no miraculous strategy. The markets are still unpredictable. That's why the bots are still not the solution for like for some people they might be a solution, for some people they might not be. However, if you trade yourself with your own strategy, with your own subjective semi-objective view on graphs, that still is going to involve emotions either way. And if you want to become a professional trader, a professional investor, you need to understand and take investing very cold-heartedly. You have to think about it with a very objective perspective. You shouldn't ever let emotions drive your actions. You will anyways feel these emotions. You will anyways feel greed, feel hope, feel fear, feel revengeful when you lose money. However, you should never make it drive your action. It shouldn't ever be the reason for you to take a certain action when you trade. So that's why I would say that professional traders are differentiated from amateurs by taking control of that. And learning how to cope with these emotions during trading. For example, if you're in the trade that you feel like, first you understand that you feel this emotion, you should take a moment, breathe in, and sometimes not go into the trade. Sometimes this trade is maybe not the best solution for you. And that's what's, I would say, the biggest thing that differentiates the professional trader and amateur trader. All people, all traders feel the same emotions. All people, like all traders go through the same stages. The majority still just doesn't learn how to cope with this emotion. And as a conclusion, I would say that the more awareness we have around psychology of trading, the better trader would you be? Because if you look at all of the advertisements, all of the broker mottos, if you look at that, all of this screams on fast, all quick, we'll give you leverage, we'll give you this, we will give you lower commissions. All of this matters, but in the end, it all comes down if you earn or not. It's um, if you are looking for some quick way to earn money, that's not trading. Trading is um, sometimes before you start trading, you're like, this is easy. Let's just buy or sell. This 50% chance, right? But when you start trading, you really understand that strategy is a big part of it. When you learn one strategy that resonates with you, it all comes down to psychology. And I would say, based on my experience, even the simplest strategies when you just use the EMA, let's say, literally, or like just volume, literally just volume, these type of simple strategies are, even they are, can be profitable if you take control of your psychology. Sorry. So, what I would say is that psychology is a crucial part of trading, and I would like to take a moment to let you know what we developed to help traders. It's not going to solve traders' emotions by any means, but we made an app. There's a free part of it, so you can use it right now already. It helps traders to stick to journaling because it's quick. It gives you very detailed breakdown. I used hundreds. I downloaded for like $50 online some Notion template. I tried to use my own Excel sheets, never have been able to stick to journaling. So, because the moment you lose money, you don't want to journal the trades. But this app really helps you to stick to journaling. It's very quick to do. You right away get the breakdown. You also have an AI analysis with subscription only, but if you would like to try it out, it's great way. You can also have a 7 days trial. So if you have an AI report with all of your details, the breakdown of what type of trader you are, and the whole app is basically surrounded by psychology. Uh, of course, we can't stop you from taking the trade. However, if you understand that you're not in the right mindset in the moment to trade right now, to avoid this trading, you can block the app within our app, and then it's a free feature, so you can do it anytime. And then it will block your trading app for you. So every time you want to do it, you want to trade, it's going to not let you do it. We also have the paper trading within account. So if you feel like you need to trade, you can just click and just like go into the trade just to feel something, but avoid an actual action on trading. As I mentioned, if you learn how to cope with your irrational trading, that's the only thing that matters. You can also um, mention your rules within an app, talk to people that basically trade and go through the same thing. You can also connect your broker to the journal so that you don't even have to journal. You can just connect and it will automatically scrap the data and put it in your app. But all of this is just the tools and helping um, things that we thought of as ourselves traders to try to take control of your emotions. However, it still comes down to you learning your own way to trade. And in this channel, me and my colleague Minu Lim, who is also a trader and who is the founder of PNL app, we are going to record videos sometimes talking about trading, talking about the trading psychology and how to avoid the common stupid mistakes that most of the traders do, because we have statistics. We know that most traders do this mistakes. um, yeah, so subscribe to our channel, and then we'll see you in next video.